Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Kira Brinton. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. I welcome you into this beautiful space. I welcome you into this place of reverence, a place of where we hold the sacred, a place where we can all unite, no matter our religion, no matter where we live, no matter our race, no matter our gender, that this is a place of prayer. And prayer is the one thing where everybody is equal. Prayer is the place that we get to arrive together, no matter our mistakes, no matter our inadequacy, no matter our education, no matter our accolades, or how many kids we have, or how much money we've made, or if we're married and if we're not married. Like, prayer is the place that we find sameness and equality. And so no matter who you are and where you are and what you've done and what you haven't done, we get to sit together at the foot of God and pray. What a gift that is. And so I invite you to just open up and think of the thousands of people who are here right now as we are all listening and doing this together and breathing that in. And breathing in the prayers together, calling in all of the angels who have gathered to walk with each one of us. And we invite them to walk with us again today, to sit with us in prayer, to whisper their blessings upon our heads. And in gratitude, we thank them for their participation. And we bless our bodies. We bless our bodies to meet with God. We bless our bodies to sit in the presence of God, that our bodies may be cleansed of all the past, that our bodies may be cleansed of anyone's energy that we may be holding on to, that our bodies may be anointed and prepared to meet with God. I'm going to begin today by reading a blessing that I received. And this one is such a beautiful blessing. I received this blessing at a really intense time, which I feel like is 99% of my life. But this was one of the intense moments. And this was the words that God gave me. Feel this peace and rest. Settle it down into your bones. This is a rest point. Soak it up and breathe it in. Let yourself be carried for a little bit of the journey, and then you'll be ready to run again. And I didn't feel like it was rest time, but God was telling me it's rest time. My love, it's rest time. And I feel as though that period of time, that was a month before I had a seizure. And I feel like even though the seizure was a holy disruption and it disrupted so much of my life, it made me rest and it made me change the way I do business. And I hired on 5 new employees and I changed where I lived. And I allowed myself to have more rest. And then I went to the island and shot our first season of our TV show, and I woke back up again. And there was like an activation of energy that came back into my body. And now it's runtime again. But I got this message in February, and I feel like it was a rest point from February to June, even though no one would think I was resting. I was traveling every week of my life and I was writing books and all the things, but there was a rest. There was a rest that was happening. There was a slowness to my life that I hadn't had in a while. And then it kicked back up. And so sometimes I think We feel when things are slow that we're not doing something right. But when we're working with God and we can receive messages, it's confirmation of the rest. It's confirmation of whatever we need. And so today is a very open prayer that we're going to give to God. And I feel as though it's you going and sitting with God and saying, what is the message that I need today? There is a message that God will give you that is cultivated and customized solely for you, that no one can receive for you. You are the one can receive from God. You are the one. So I want you to just take a nice breath in, and we're going to breathe out. We're going to put it into God. Whatever this request is, God, I need you to give me the message that my heart desires today. Then we're going to ask that God will touch our cells, that our cells may match the frequency of God, that we may receive easier, that we may spin the webs of miracles upon the earth, that our minds may understand, that our minds may understand what we couldn't comprehend before. So we're going to listen in. As our cells begin to shift and change, we're going to ask that our brain patterns may move and alter to the patterns that are going to bring us more miracles, to the patterns of the yeses, to the patterns of the wonder, to the patterns of the visions and the dreams. And then we're going to ask that God will place his hands on our heads to give us a blessing, that we may receive the words that God has for us. I'm going to be quiet while you listen. Take a nice deep breath in and out. We're just going to pour light through you from the crown of your head down to the tips of your toes, allowing you to receive whatever actions God needs you to do today. And know that your feet will be blessed and anointed as you walk with God. Know that your mind may see beyond comprehension of humanity as you speak with God. And as you pray with God, miracles will be brought forth from the heavens. And with that, my love, I thank you for wandering into the sacred with me. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you, my love, for wandering into the sacred with me today. It is always an honor to hold this space for thousands of us to gather daily in sacred devotion. If you feel called to deepen this practice and join me live, I invite you to be a part of the Sacred Wandering Circle, a private, intimate space where we share our daily blessings in a Facebook group and gather once a month for a live 1-hour session. We come together to bless the body, to pray, and to receive. There is so much power when we unite with others who hold the sacred sacred. If your heart is nudging you, you can find the link in the show notes. And remember, you don't need anyone to help you hear God. You are the conduit. God speaks directly to you. And your prayer corner, it lives within you always.